With the recent revival of Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, I've seen many debates online talking about which game is better, and they all came to a conclusion that Black Ops 1 has the better zombies and campaign, while Black Ops 2 has the better multiplayer. That take doesn't hold up under real scrutiny. I've played Call of Duty since I was 9 years old on the PS3, and Black Ops are the two games I've sunk in the most time into. I will be comparing these games without bashing them harshly to the best of my ability. Before I jump in, comment if you're Black Ops 1 gang or Black Ops 2. The online PvP game modes undeniably carry most Call of Duty games, so I will be talking about the positives of Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 before speaking on their negatives. Black Ops 2 objectively has more class and build variety because of the Pick 10 system, and nearly every selectable weapon was viable for combat. In Black Ops 1, rifles dominated because most SMGs were mediocre or useless, with the MP5K and AK-74 being the only two exceptions. Most SMGs suffer from atrocious iron sights and an odd 20-round default magazine, forcing you to burn an attachment slot on extended mags or an optic. SMGs perform best with a foregrip or rapid fire attachment. The MP5K and AK-74 have beautiful iron sights, 30 rounds in a mag by default with controllable recoil. The Warlord perk is an absolute waste on SMGs because half of the time you're equipping an extra attachment on a terrible gun so it can feel usable. Running the sleight of hand or steady aim perk can save your life during fights and improve your aggression, making them the go-to perks for SMG classes. The shotguns in Black Ops 1 are garbage. Only the SPAS 12 is viable. The Olympia hits hard but can't clear rooms due to its low ammo count, and the HS-10 and Stakeout are hideous hit marking machines. LMGs behave like oversized assault rifles, providing no real tactical advantage, since they gutted your strafe and sprint speed, and the only sniper worth using was the bolt action. Because mobility was limited in Black Ops 1, it directly gutted how aggressively you could play to earn kill streaks. Black Ops 2 fixed this problem not just by giving weapons mobility attachments, but by replacing the traditional kill streak system with the score streak system. This new system rewards you for playing objectives, supporting teammates, and getting kills. Black Ops 2's score streak system isn't 100% better than Black Ops 1's kill streak system. The reason it's generally considered better is because the majority of kill streaks in Black Ops 1 are trash. The only good lore kill streaks are the UAVs. Everything in the center here is useless, and the bottom kill streaks are best for terrorizing the lobby. Can we please agree that using the Rolling Thunder over the SR-71 is stupid? Another issue with Black Ops' kill streak system is that it was too easy for skilled players to obliterate the enemy team once the attack dogs and a controllable helicopter was called in. I'm not the one complaining because I'm responsible for doing this. Seriously, the moment both of these kill streaks are called in, you're gonna have to rush indoors and gain some form of high ground to glitch the dog's AI pathfinding or sit in a corner and wait. And this isn't even a solution because it forces you to stay off any objectives, and nearly every player is aware of this tactic. If you get killed during all of this chaos, you'll spawn outside directly in the helicopter's line of fire, likely to get spawn trapped for half a minute. Both of these kill streaks last for a while, so if you're fighting a skilled enemy and your teammates are putting up any impactful resistance, just rage quit. Because 9 times out of 10, the chopper gunners are stacked and will be called in back to back. In Black Ops 2, it takes roughly 12 kills to call in an SR-71, and 15 to terrorize the lobby with the Lodestar or VTOL, and neither of them are as oppressive compared to the chopper gun, which only took 9 kills to call in. For balanced kill streaks and more usable weapons, Black Ops 2 wins this category. The key word there is usable, because the moment you actually step into a real lobby, you realize how awful the meta in Black Ops 2 is, and how vomit-inducing some engagements are. Earlier I mentioned Black Ops 2 has more class and build variety, and I would like to say that is a damn lie, and I'm tired of people repeating that like it's the truth. BO2's creative class system is highly praised for giving you the freedom to run around with a loadout of your choosing, with the Pick 10 rule. Want to use a sniper and have an SMG as backup? You can. Want to run around with a pistol and have a riot shield as your primary? Go for it. But don't forget to use toughness, flak jacket, and gas mask on every class, because if you don't, you will have a terrible time. For some odd reason, the operators in Black Ops 2 don't know how to control their weapons while under heavy fire. So whenever they get shot while toughness is unequipped, your gun will kick into the stratosphere and you end up getting killed. And to make matters worse, it is mandatory to run the stock attachment on every assault rifle and LMG, because it is physically impossible to strafe without it. Just look how slow I am without the stock attachment. Now look how much better it is to strafe with the stock attachment. The addition of more lethal and tactical equipment to Black Ops 2 was a mistake. In Black Ops 1, all you have to worry about was stepping over a claymore and breaching into a building and grenades rolling by your feet from time to time. One throwable explosive and one deployable mine was all you had to worry about. Black Ops 2's throwable equipment was nothing more than spammable, skillless crutch devices. Some idiot during development thought it would be a bright idea to implement a throwable taser bomb that sticks to surfaces and paralyzes anyone that's caught in a blast. Every Black Ops 2 player has fallen victim to the shock charge and bouncing Betty combo at least once while trying to run through a building. This bomb tactic was heavily abused by LSAT target finder window campers. For some odd reason, the C4 in Black Ops 2 has the weight of a frisbee. You can toss these things nearly as far as you want, and they have no swapping or detonation delay, making grenades completely obsolete, because why would you choose an explosive that takes time to detonate and gives the enemy sound indicators when you could just throw a plastic brick over a corner and spam the detonation key for cheap kills? The addition of more explosive equipment and cancerous stagger bombs forced you to use flak jacket and tactical mask, so you can survive direct explosions and nullify the effects of stun grenades. This leaves you with no freedom to select any perks you want. So to all my run again players who want to use lightweight and dexterity, or the ninjas with ghosts and dead silence, you will not be protected from spam, unless you delete your tactical equipment and your secondary weapon for the perk wildcards. This balancing is garbage, and the pick 10 system gives you the illusion of choice. In Black Ops 1, you can run around with Ghost, Tac Mask, and Flak Jacket and still keep your pistol and throwable equipment without making any sacrifices to your firepower and playstyle. If you think all of that was bad, then get ready, because I haven't even discussed the guns in Black Ops 2. The weapon balancing in this game is twice as bad as Black Ops 1, because two guns from each category completely dominated their field without any competition. I'll keep this brief. For this specific section, I will be completely honest and give Black Ops 2 a point because it objectively balanced the SMGs better than Black Ops 1. Earlier I mentioned Black Ops 1 only has 2 usable SMGs, and that's true, because anything besides the MP5K and the AK-74U are garbage at stock and needs attachments to fix their problems. Meanwhile, these two come strong out of the box and get even stronger with modifications, giving you no reason to use anything else. The strongest SMGs in Black Ops 2 are undeniably the MSMC and the Scorpion, with the MSMC taking first place. The MSMC has the cleanest iron sights, the longest range, high damage, and very predictable and extremely easy to control vertical recoil. I find myself often outgunning assault rifle users because of the superior base movement and strafing speeds SMGs grant you. Now onto the Scorpion, the king of close range combat. It has the highest fire rate in the game, but to balance it out, the Scorpion was given poor range and insane recoil. The edge that the Scorpion has over other SMGs are its ridiculous TTK and the ability to switch cheese your enemy before they can even react. Although it looks like these two lock down the SMG category, they don't. The MP7 and Peacekeeper can compete against these top dogs fairly well. The Peacekeeper is insanely accurate, and the MP7 is just a great all-rounded SMG. It has a high fire rate, relatively low recoil, and a decent damage drop-off range. Now for the assault rifles. The AN-94 is the best full auto assault rifle because of its TTK, accuracy, and clean iron sights. The M81 is the best burst rifle because of its low recoil and extremely high fire rate. These two rifles sit below the real king of this category, the FAL OSW, the go-to weapon cheaters would use to eviscerate a lobby. On its own, the FAL is a semi-automatic weapon that demands precise aim and a fast trigger finger to use. But Black Ops 2 was absolutely plagued by modded controllers and macros. Cheaters would force the FAL to instantly fire at its theoretical peak, resulting in a TTK that was basically instant. It turned a high-skill single-shot weapon into a fully automatic, zero-recoil railgun that would delete anyone before they could react. This was so bad on console. Treyarch nerfed the weapon, and competitive leagues banned the weapon just to keep the game playable. The nerfs did not stop this weapon at all because it's still an issue today. And this cheating issue didn't stop with the FAL. It completely infected the pistols too. Entering a close quarters gunfight against someone using a pistol came down to who accurately shot first. Usually, a primary weapon should always win against a pistol in a straight head-to-head. But in Black Ops 2, cheaters basically installed a switch on the TAC 45 and 5.7, turning them into mini pocket SMGs. It's so bad, they out-DPS most primary weapons in the game. The TAC 45 was significantly worse to deal with due to its higher damage output, allowing it to two-shot anyone in close quarters combat. Black Ops 1 had none of these insane weapon balance issues because semi-automatic weapons had insane recoil, low accuracy, and could not consistently compete against full auto weapons. Pistols in Black Ops 1 were something you swapped to mid-fight to finish an injured enemy when you were out of ammo. They weren't competing with primary weapons in any head-on scenario. Calling the snipers in Black Ops 2 an unbalanced disaster would be a vast understatement. The developers abandoned the perfectly balanced structure they used for snipers in Black Ops 1 in favor of a system that is nearly as oppressive as Modern Warfare 2. Snipers in Black Ops 2 can shoot through walls, sometimes the entire map, outperform a shotgun at point-blank range, and compete against assault rifles. How do you counter this? You can't. The only defensive mechanism you have to protect yourself against snipers is drop-shotting and hoping the enemy misses their shot. In Black Ops 1, you have to actually fully scope into your rifle and constantly track and position the crosshair over the target due to the severe weapon sway. The snipers were also heavier, looked heavier, and sounded stronger. This completely eliminated quickscoping and forced people to actually use snipers how they're intended to be used, sitting on top of a tower taking off heads or locking down a choke point. The broken sniper mechanics in Black Ops 2 were further amped by the garbage multiplayer maps. And this brings us to the structural collapse of Black Ops 2's multiplayer, the maps. Let's be honest here, every map in Black Ops 2 except for Raid, Standoff, and Express are abysmal. Why? Because the map designers became obsessed with a rigid, copy-and-paste 3-lane formula. Left lane, center lane, right lane. Every map played the same. The designers completely stripped away the verticality and the unique interactive set pieces that made the Black Ops 1 maps feel special and paced differently. The maps in Black Ops 2 are ugly, symmetrical, and repetitive. Players are forced down the same 3 pathways on every single map. It is a meat grinder for players who dare to play aggressively, because hardscopers and that bastard with the LSAT target finder are waiting for you to rush into their line of sight. The only maps I can say that are bad in Black Ops 1 are Air Raid and Launch. Launch suffers from the 3-lane structure seen in Black Ops 2, and Air Raid is slow-paced, extremely large, and predictable. The enemy team spawns on the furthest opposites of the map, and they usually clash in or around the center building. Whoever survives the first encounter just ends up camping in a building, and air-based kill streaks are also terrible on this map. Crisis also suffers from the same issue. The final nail in the coffin that makes Black Ops 2's multiplayer experience worse is the progression. Leveling up and unlocking stuff in Black Ops 2 is irritating. In Black Ops 1, progression was fast, rewarding, and easy. You earn COD points just by playing, and you could use them to buy whatever gun, perk, or attachment you wanted, whenever you wanted, as long as you met the level requirement. Black Ops 2 replaced the fast unlock system with some stupid XP grinding, so you can't straight up equip the stock you so desperately need on your assault rifle, because you are forced to first level up the gun while you're at a disadvantage. To sum everything up, Black Ops 1 multiplayer is better than Black Ops 2. BO1 had better maps and didn't allow one playstyle to destroy the flow of the game. If you wanted to use a sniper, then you actually have to behave like one. If you wanted to rush and play aggressively, you have to be mindful of your positioning and frequently change tactics, since your mobility was slower and limited. The lack of crush devices and better Map design kept the Black Ops 1 experience fresh, fun, and less rage-inducing for casuals and tryhards. Just look at how limiting the Pick 10 system is. It demands you strip your operator's gear just to protect yourself from explosive spam and stun grenades. Black Ops 2 may have the better kill streaks and more usable weapons, but they get severely outclassed by the top meta weapons. And it doesn't help that the progression is slow, and you're forced to play repetitive 3-lane maps that favor campers and punish aggressive players. Most Black Ops 1 maps play differently and have more interactivity, keeping the experience fairly unpredictable and fresh. Both Black Ops campaigns are memorable, fun to play, and they both mention real-life history and cover mature themes. What I like about Black Ops is that it abandoned Modern Warfare's thrill of war-styled storytelling. Black Ops 1 is a gritty 1960s psychological thriller, deeply rooted in Cold War history, basing most of its missions off of real operations, locations, and historical figures, with some twist of fiction. You commit an assassination during the Bay of Pigs, fight through Waste City during the Tet Offensive, execute covert operations in Vietnam and Laos, and infiltrate many Soviet research facilities. The story for Black Ops 2 takes place in the late 80s and the futuristic 2025. The game heavily focuses on themes such as the cycle of violence, suffering, generational trauma, and terrorism. The only innovation Black Ops 2 did right was with its campaign. It brought in player agency during critical modes, allowing you to make choices that would heavily influence how the story ends and how some missions play out. You could also create a class for missions and new challenges for achievements, giving you something extra to do if you wanted. Black Ops 2 also mentions real historical figures and locations for its missions, making the story more eye-catching. Unfortunately, Black Ops 2 has a big issue, and it's the main antagonist, Raul Menendez. I have never seen a villain with so much plot armor in a story, except for Reiner from Attack on Titan. In the mission Pyrrhic Victory, Raul survives a point-blank shot to the head from a 1911 and a grenade explosion soon afterward. During the mission Time and Fate, he massacres an entire compound full of military personnel during an episode of Rage with only a shotgun to rescue his sister that's inside a burning house. Then again, run straight into another grenade. This is an issue because it completely killed immersion for me. Menendez is being kept alive solely for the plot, and this isn't even the worst offense yet. I will get to it later. Before people call me out and say Alex Mason massacred an entire research facility full of heavily armed Spetsnaz units alone, here's the difference that makes Mason's story somewhat believable. Mason was the best operator the United States had access to. Unlike Menendez, Mason actually has the training and the feats to back up his survivability. This is a guy who survived multiple physical and mental torture episodes without breaking. He survived and escaped from Vorkuta, a brutal high-security Soviet gulag located in the tundra. He survived the jungles of Vietnam and swam to the surface of the sea after destroying an underwater military base without any scuba gear. Every time Mason survives an impossible situation, it's because he is a heavily trained elite soldier pushing his body and mind to the limit. He is a weapon. Menendez, on the other hand, isn't surviving because of skill or tactical training. He's surviving because he has to. There is a massive difference between a highly trained soldier pulling off impossible feats and some smuggler that was needed for a sequel. What I find the most outrageous is that Menendez successfully disappeared after killing Hudson, crippling Woods, and orchestrating Mason's death during the invasion of Panama. Jason Hudson is a top-ranking CIA officer. Meanwhile, Mason and Woods are legendary McAfee SOC operators. So killing and torturing the CIA's most elite assets during an ongoing military invasion is a death sentence. Within hours after discovering Hudson's dead body and the critically injured Frank Woods, Menendez realistically would have been hunted and obliterated by the full might of the United States Warhammer. It already doesn't help that he was a wanted man in 1989, and Panama during that mission was locked down by air, sea, and many road checkpoints, making his escape completely impossible and unbelievable. Because Black Ops 2 had to use excessive plot armor throughout the narrative, it shattered any form of realism, immersion, and my engagement for the Black Ops 2 campaign. Because plot armor kills stakes. I couldn't care less about the 2025 part of the story, because Menendez being able to go dark for 30 plus years after basically declaring war on the United States is flat out stupid. During his time in hiding, he builds a private army that's on par with global superpowers, creates and funds a terrorist cult of 2 billion followers using the internet, and casually plunges the world into chaos. With the story dismantled, let's look at the zombies. I plan to keep this very short because this mode all comes down to gameplay preference. Black Ops 1 zombies are easy to play and casually enjoy. Black Ops 2 zombies are harder to play because of the significantly larger maps and the introduction of mandatory objectives to power up some maps. Black Ops 1 included 3 maps with the base game. Black Ops 2 only had transit base game, a laggy mess that would often crash my PS3 and averaged about 24 FPS on a good day. If you bought all DLC for Black Ops 1, you would have 11 total maps to play. If you bought all DLC for Black Ops 2, you would have 6 total maps to play. At the end of the day, Black Ops 1 is a tightly designed, consistent masterpiece that still stands strong today. Black Ops 2 tried to be innovative and over the top, but it sadly sacrificed fun elements during the process, which is why Black Ops 1 is the better game. Black Ops 2 is still a good game, and unquestionably better than the AI slop that drops today. But if you set nostalgia aside and put BO2 in the ring against BO1, it doesn't land a single damaging punch against it.